Go live right now.
Uh,
Okay, it says I'm live now. Let's see if it works.
I'm downloading Chrome because I don't have it on my Mac.
So I just want to know if I can
hear
see
you. I hear you live.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I hear you live on YouTube. Okay, I see you, but where am I?
Well, you got to click the link.
Okay. God dog it.
And then once you click it. Ooh, it says I'm on right now. It says two people.
I see you.
You guys, okay, so for those that are on right now, you guys. Ooh, it says I'm on right now. It says two people. Here we go. You guys, okay, so for those that are on right now, you guys. Ooh, it says. Okay, I'm going to just answer. I can answer. Hey, Jamie. Okay, so I'm trying to get my friend on here. Can you hear me, Jen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, click the, oh, you're still trying to download Chrome. So you guys, we're going to have some conversations tonight, okay? Some fun ones. We're going to talk everything from like letting go of people. We're going to just be talking about, okay, hey, Danielle. So listen, we're talking about all kind of stuff today and it's Sunday. So I figured, you know, at this time you guys are chilling and everything right now. We're going to talk about whatever tonight, but I definitely want to talk about who you surround yourself with and just decision making and just lazy shit, all of that. So this is just gonna be a little chit chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to Jen, trying to get her the link. But does anybody have any questions while we're waiting for Jen? I want you guys to meet my friend Jen because she is so freaking awesome. And she's hella professional and everything. And she has a YouTube channel. My cat's in here. What are y'all doing right now? What are you guys doing right now at your house? I was supposed to go live in my surgery group tonight, but I figured I would just go people making power moves. Girl, yes. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. Are you almost done downloading it, Jen? Are you doing it on your phone? Because Jen has made power moves and I make power moves. Standing in my kitchen, girl. I was just in my kitchen and I made the best ribs. I make really good ribs. I don't eat meat, but just trust my ribs are delicious, okay? Delicious. Don't forget to hit a like before, well, I don't even know why I'm saying that. If you guys can, just hit a like, okay? Hit a like. Because, like, the reason why I want to get on here is because I feel like all of us get into these ruts, if you will. And it's like, we got to get out of it. We got to stop being lazy. We got to stop living in our current situation. You know what I'm saying? And the company that we keep around us at all times has a big influence on us as women and what we're trying to do. And so I feel like it's a really good conversation to have with you guys. And I want other people to join the chat too. I think it can have like 3 people on here at a time. So if you guys want, I posted the link. Show. Oh, did I hide it? Oh, oh, look, you guys, I just figured out how to do this. So bear with me, you guys. This is my first time doing this. Lying in bed. Veronica, day 6. How are you feeling? I want to know. It's okay. Take your time. All you got to do is add the link, I think, is go to where the comments are. Try clicking on my link. Let's see, because Jen is so cool, you guys. Hold on. How is day 6 post-op? So the reason why I wanted to talk about like your surroundings and stuff like that is because I didn't always hang around the best people in my life, but I feel like I've made such big changes in my life and I am peaceful now, if that makes sense. Everybody that I surround myself with, they're bomb. They're all bosses. They're doing things. And the reason why this is important is because if you're hanging around a lot of people that are negative and you're trying to do good, their negative mindset, them always complaining about stuff, if they're always having man problems, if they're always having financial problems, but they're not doing anything about it, and it's gonna cloud your head, you guys. You guys don't know how important that is. It's going to cloud your head, and you're going to be stuck on that, stuck with dealing with other people's shit all the time. And it's a lot. Veronica, girl, you made this look easy. Girl, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't horrible. Where you at, Jen? I'll talk to you in the chat then. Keep doing it, and I'll talk to you in the chat in the comments. We'll get it. Okay, she's entering the broadcast, you guys. She's coming in. She's coming in. Yes. So, Veronica, what issues are you having with recovery? And I also want to talk about, because you guys know in these YouTube streets, there's like hella drama and stuff like that. And I really want to talk about why. I want to talk about why I watch that kind of stuff, why other people are attracted to that kind of stuff, and why channels that don't have drama are growing slow. Like I want to have all these conversations. I'm able to walk more, and finally went to the bathroom. The level of pain this week has taken me by surprise. You got it, Veronica. Just stay with it. It's going to be different for everybody, but just keep walking, Jamie. I've had friends that are like that and cut them off. I'm going to show that. Girl, all right, I'll see you in here, Jen, okay? Okay, bye. I have had to like cut off friends too. I've had to cut off family. I've had to, anybody that is causing me any type of stress all the time, because people cause you stress now and then. It is what it is. That's normal. I probably cause people stress sometimes. It is what it is. But really, I don't think I do, because I don't really have crazy stuff going on. But you just got to let them go to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is yourself and your family. And when I say family, I mean like your husband or your wife and your kids. If it's causing drama, let it go, period. I was feeling what you said in one of your videos, and you said you can cut people off easily. I'm the same way, especially the older I get. Girl, it used to be so hard for me when I was younger, because I feel like I wasn't afraid, because I ain't afraid of nobody. Okay, I'm not. But I was just like, I just don't want to deal with it, because I know I could be very mean. But now that I'm older, I don't even explain myself anymore. I just stop talking. It's very easy. I just stop. Hey, Miss True. Yeah, I just stop talking to people. I don't care. I have no problem cutting people off. If anybody wants to come in here, the link, let me show it again. Join it and let's talk. We can talk about toxic relationships, friendships. We can talk about YouTube drama and why it's so popular, and why other channels are growing slow, and why people are attracted to drama. Because you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. This whole chat's gonna be everywhere. I don't live that drama life at all, right? Like, of course I have it every now and then, like with family and stuff, but I don't have crazy SHIT popping up in my life like that. Like, I have things that aren't like crazy, but they're crazy in other ways. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like business stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I love people, but don't have time for negativity anymore. Exactly. You don't have time for that stuff. And don't ever make time for it either. Like, get cut off real quick. Cut off. I just can't. I can't. And I don't know. I feel like my life has been so much like more positive. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird, because I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. I don't know. Let's talk about the YouTube thing. So my channel may be viewed as like just a regular, it could be boring to some, and that's fine. I understand I'm not going to be everybody's type of tea, right? And everybody's not going to be mine. I totally get it. And I'm here for it. It is what it is. My channel is more like me just doing whatever I want. Okay. I will never post drama. Like if my husband and I have a little argument, it's nobody else's business that my husband and I had that problem, that argument. People that do that, that's going to bring them people in because, just like me, I love watching reality TV. It's like I live not through them because I don't want to live that life, but it's just like I try to figure out like, dang, how are they doing this? Like there's people on YouTube with like 12 kids. And I like, of course I'm subscribed. I'm like, how do you live? How do you do this? It's hard with one, Oh, Jen, are you on? Okay.
I'm here.
Of course I'm subscribed. I'm like, how do you live? How do you do this?
I figured it out.
One. Girl.
Okay.
Jen, are you on? Okay.
I'm here.
Of course I'm subscribed. I'm like, how do you live? How do you do this? You guys hear an echo? One. Girl.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm here.
Of course I'm subscribed. I'm like, how do you live? How do you do this? You guys hear an echo?
I hear an echo.
How do I get that off? Okay.
I'm here.
Hey. How do you do this? You guys hear an echo?
I'm gonna hear an echo.
How do I leave Jen and try to
Do you want me to get out and come back in or something? Okay, I'll do that.
That's what I like about. Hold on, let me look up. Sorry, you guys. Don't get me wrong. I love people who don't have time. I would tell people doing this to keep in kind with core muscles, cut the stitched up. Your lower back is where a vulnerability. True. Yes, you got to get that core strong. That's what I like. Thank you, Jamie. Yes, you just got to be real about it. Dude, my back has seized up with the amount of stress put on it. Last night, put lidocaine patch, and it was freaking amazing. Lidocaine is that good stuff. Look at y'all. Yeah, it's mad echo. Almost like we're on an acid trip. I don't know nothing about no acid trips. You guys know what? I've never tried any hardcore drugs. Nothing like that. I've never tried hardcore drugs. Ever. That's what I like about you meaning yourself. Yes. What just happened? My cat's acting so weird right now. Let me try you, Jen. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, no more echo. Okay, that fixed it.
Okay, so what happened was I had a whole nother. I had your live going live on Safari, and you was hearing all this.
That's what I checked mine first. But you guys, this is my friend Jen. She has a YouTube channel. If you want to put your link in comments, and I'll put it on the show. You guys, she is awesome. She's a recruiter. Let me tell you, she's awesome. You guys, I surround myself with women that are doing the damn thing. That's her right there. All of my freaking friends are bosses. And because I feel like I surround myself with people like that for a reason as well. And because she's hella cool. But
that's my job.
I feel like if I'm doing well, I want others to do well. And I need my friends around me to be doing well. So I'm always cheering for them to do bomb things and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jen, how do you feel about like YouTube drama and like why we watch it and why, like why?
I think people watch YouTube drama because it's not drama in their life. Like they're looking at other people and their situation, but man, when the drama's about you be feeling it. Like y'all,
yeah,
I have so much drama going on still to this day, but I don't be trying to put it on YouTube like that, because when you got your own personal drama and then you got hundreds of thousands of people coming in and giving their opinion on it, it just makes it so much worse.
It's hard.
It really does.
I couldn't imagine anybody telling me something about myself.
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine. And that's why I keep a lot. I let you guys see what I want y'all to see in my life. Like you guys won't see my husband a lot in my videos because he doesn't want to be on camera all the time. And it's not that he says I don't want to be on camera. I just know like we got a vibe. It's a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I let you guys see what, and my son isn't on camera all the time either. It's my
Right.
channel. They're featured in it. Like, period.
And because I got so much stuff going on in my life, I haven't been posting that much. Last Christmas, I did the whole Vlogmas thing,
Mhm.
but not this year. But I can tell you guys that as long as you try to stay clear from the drama on YouTube, let me tell you something. Drama drives views and subscribers. People can get their channel monetized. They can really go to the top, but then think about when you don't have dramatic situations that happen in your life. What then? What's going on? You gotta let people like you for you and not all the drama that surrounds you, because no one's life is perfect. Everybody got some level of drama somewhere, but doesn't mean that it has to be on a platform where everybody can see.
Yeah, period. It doesn't have to be like that. And I've also noticed that drama channels, or even like with reactors, like reaction channels, your channels or your channel will grow at first, like boom, right?
Yeah.
And you'll get 1,000, few thousand, and then it'll stop if you stop bringing that.
And that's what happened to my channel, because I'll just talk about it. My channel, it started off slow and we was growing, but then my soon-to-be ex-husband posted something about another YouTube family. And I mean, this person had over 100,000 subscribers. And let me tell you, we had a wave of people coming on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, when we stopped talking about it, and I didn't really ever talk about it, then people left because they still wanted to get that drama. They wanted to get that drive.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I have people coming to, yeah, you had to put it out there.
Look, they said where you live, and she doesn't.
And they was coming for me, and I wasn't even the one that said anything. It was mainly all him. So it was like, how do I clean my image up? Because I didn't even really come to this platform like this. I mean, I know my content was kind of corny. I was involved in searching for pottery in stores. But it was exciting to me. I loved it. And a lot of people did like what I did. But then, oh yeah. No, I don't live on Fort Bragg no more. God's plan for salvation. I don't live there no more. I'm glad I don't. If y'all go to my page, I was safe moved by the Army to my new location, and I'm doing way better. But again, my situation, it wasn't just dramatic. It was something dealing with my safety of my life and my children. So it's not something that I can sit here and be like, you know what? Let me show YouTube everything, because honestly, no, I can't, for my safety. Sarah is one of, not just like a YouTube friend, Sarah is one of my best friends, and she knows about my situation. And just because I don't tell you guys and don't show you guys everything that's going on, girl, my life is
your life. Maybe
it's not fun right now.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Right now, it may not be, but it's gonna look up. You guys, Jen has so much great things about her. Tell them your listen. Don't even get us started. We're talking to you guys about things, and we can even talk about job stuff on here. Jen and I are both very experienced in that realm. She's got her whole master's degree, just like I do. We are doing positive things, and she has so much to offer anybody, a friend, a man, like whatever. It's period.
Hey.
Okay.
No, honestly, okay, so I was trying to go live on YouTube. Thank you guys, Plan for Salvation. I appreciate it. My profession, I help people every day. I am a senior defense recruiter for a very large technology company, and I help a lot of military. I help a lot of military people who are transitioning out of the military, who are in the reserves. So if you're in the reserves and you active in the reserves, I could still, help you out, especially if you're a technology driven person. If you have certain certifications. So let me tell you something about technology. It's really not about your education level with technology. You can have a whole high school diploma, but have certs up the butt. And I mean, okay, so to be 8570 compliant with the government, to work on any contract that I recruit for, there are a bunch of certs out there, and they're going to push Microsoft certs. They're going to push a lot of certs, but the certs that the government focus on is CompTIA qualified certs, like Security Plus CE is a main one. And another one is Certified Ethical Hacker. If you want that big money, like you want to offer that it's at least $150 a year, you got to come with that CISP. Mm-hmm. So I can really help a lot of people, you know, better their career. We both do resume reviews, and I do offer resume review services free, especially to people who reach out to me. I look at thousands of resumes a day. So
I'm not offering no services over here.
Hey, I do it every day. So if you have, you know, come over to my page, and if you're having issues with, you know, your resume, I do this for a living. So I have offered, those are my main targets, veterans. Mm-hmm. I think on other social media platforms, I've said that, you know, I will review your resume for free and tell you ideas on what you can do to improve it. Because again, I am a senior defense recruiter for these companies out here, especially all the headquarters are mainly in the DC area. We have some, you know, I'm just saying, if y'all want my advice, mm-hmm. email me. Girl, I got you.
Jen?
So it's not about the drama, even though the drama has been mm-hmm. in my life, but I'm good.
What's your degree in? So that they know.
Okay, so my bachelor's is in business management, and my MBA is in human resources. So
like a concentration. So my bachelor's is in criminal justice. My master's is in management with a concentration in human resource management. So we both have an HR experience. I've worked
HR background. My email is still the same for my YouTube channel. It's Jinbu and Elmo at Gmail.
Write it in the comment, and I'll put it on the thing just in case anybody wants to write it down. If you write it in the comment, I'll post it up there. Yeah, it's about helping people, you guys. And a lot of times, so I used to work with homeless veterans and helping them get jobs. So you guys imagine because a majority of them didn't have the best background. So if I can get them a job, I can get a job. That was rough. But another thing I wanted to discuss as far as like employment or school is involved, don't take your current situation and think that's what it's going to be for the rest of your life, and stop making excuses. I have people tell me all the time, well, I can't go to school. It costs so much money. The military's hiring. The military paid for all of my school, you guys. Everything. I have zero debt when it comes to student loans. So do what you got to do. Go work for a company. I remember when I worked for USAA, they offered tuition assistance. You guys can make it happen. Just stop making excuses. And I'm not talking directly to any of you guys in here, but one thing I've noticed is I don't have time to go to school. Let me tell you something. When I was in the military, that's full time. Okay. Even more than full time. And I was in school full time. Okay. And then when I got out, I was working full time and going to school full time, sometimes going to school more than full time. So if I can do it, there's no excuse. If you have a kid, stay up late. Wake up early. Like during Vlogmas, you guys don't think this is a struggle for me? I got to wake up. Well, I wake up early anyway, but I get up at 5 a.m. sometimes if I don't go to the gym, and I'm editing. You have to do what you have to do to make it happen. You're setting limitations on yourself when you're like, I'm so tired. Get up, change your diet to give you energy. Do what you have to do. I mean, don't be doing
what you have. And I'm so for that. And I'll just tell you a little bit about my background. Mm-hmm. So I worked very, very hard to get where I am in this DC market. When I moved here from Fort Stewart, Georgia, I was divorcing. I was divorced. I had 3 children under the age of 10. My baby was, I think, about 4 months old, and I had just graduated with my bachelor's degree, and I was a stay-at-home wife. And let me tell you guys, when I moved to DC, I was working temp job after temp job. Anybody that would show me how to do things. And someone taught me about recruiting, told me what all these clearance levels meant, these agencies, what they all stood for. And I kind of just shot off from there. I was driving 100 miles a day. I was driving 50 miles north to DC and 50 miles home with 3 children under the age of 10 now. And I was doing schoolwork at night until about midnight for my MBA. And I did that for about 4 years straight. And then I interviewed. I actually was helping somebody. So now y'all about to get the real how I got to where I am now. So if you don't know about LinkedIn, utilize it. And I mean it so much. LinkedIn, every job that I've gotten in the DMV area for any great company out there, they have to use LinkedIn. Let me tell you something. These big companies, if I'm a recruiter on LinkedIn, they're paying $10,000 per year per recruiter license. So if I don't use that recruiter license on LinkedIn, my company is losing money. So recruiters recruit heavy on LinkedIn. And what happened was I was working for Triple Canopy. I don't know if y'all know what Blackwater USA, that controversial company. I was recruiting guys to deploy overseas, and I got another job. And when I was at the other job, HP, I'll tell you a story. HP IM'd me, a recruiter from there who is my good friend to this day. He was like, hey, do you have any guys that have Security Plus, CompTIA certifications? I really need them for this contract for the Army. And I had people waiting, but the contract wasn't funded. So that's another thing that people need to understand. Companies can say that they have contracts, but it doesn't mean that they're funded. They're contingent upon award. They're contingent upon customer approval. They can be contingent upon anything, but if they don't have the funding, that means that contract is not funded. And you can have a contingent offer, but that doesn't mean that you're going to start work. You'll just have the offer in play. And I have people all the time waiting 3 and 4 and 5 months for a job. It's not real until you start getting paid for it. So I sent over about 5 or 6 guys to HP Computers, and usually recruiters, they get paid for that. They get paid a finder's fee. They get paid to send people over to another company. And I did it out of the goodness of my heart because the contract I was hiring for was not funded, and these people were just waiting in limbo, waiting for the contract to be funded. And the HP recruiter came back and said, hey, we hired all of these guys. You know, you didn't ask for a finder's fee. You didn't ask for nothing. He was like, do you want to work for HP?
There you go.
I said, HP?
You got,
yeah.
Sometimes you got to do things for free, you know, and then boom, there you go. That was like your tryout and you didn't even know it.
I didn't even know it. And that's literally how I started working for one of the biggest companies on this planet. It wasn't because I knew somebody. It was because I was willing to help. I was willing to give something of myself without anything in return. And sometimes, and that's why I always help people I don't know, because a blessing was given to me for blessing other people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's the truth. Yep.
Do you guys have any questions about us personally or anything like that? It can be whatever question you guys have. And obviously, if it's too personal, we'll tell you guys it's too personal. Let me see. My husband wants a job overseas. He was contacted about it. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't contacted anymore, even though they said he had the experience. So God's plan for me, just hearing you say that, did he ever follow up? Because that's the big thing as an HR manager. I want people after they send their resume, I want them to contact me like a few days after, say, hey, I'm just making sure that you received it. You're following up, because that shows me they're really interested. So if he hasn't followed up, they probably thought, oh, he doesn't really want it. So I would highly suggest that for the next time.
And I want to talk to you about the overseas job. So your husband was contacted by Fluor. We were partners with them at another company. I'm not in that type of field no more. I'm more in technology, but those positions at Fluor, people think that you get paid a lot of money to go overseas. Let me tell you something. That stopped 5, 6, 7 years ago. You do not get paid a lot of money to go overseas. I remember there was a time everybody who deployed was making about 150 to 200,000 a year. I mean, they could be cleaning bathrooms and they're making that much. I have literally deployed someone at a former company making $55,000 a year in Iraq. Okay. And then on top of that, companies who deploy you, say for instance, you have a job with this company already and you're making $120,000 a year. Well, now we're the new company coming in. We got the contract now. There's a law, First Right of Refusal Act, that Obama set in place. The company can't fire you because a new company took over. Like, for example, Fluor had the contract, but let's just say KBR got the new contract. They're going to offer you the new position or the same position at that company, but this is how they get around it. So you're making $120,000 a year Fluor overseas, tax-free. Well, let me just say, if you're in Iraq, you're paying taxes now. But say, for instance, you're in Afghanistan, they're going to offer you the same job for, let's just say, $70,000 a year. And you have to refuse it before I can offer it to somebody else. But they're going to offer you so low that you have no choice but to either accept it or refuse it. These companies get slick now. Don't think that these jobs overseas pay a lot. I can tell you the ones that do pay a lot right now still is the company, Triple Canopy, which they are now Castellus Group. Castellus Group is Triple Canopy, just renamed a bunch of times. And if you are a paramedic and you have done protective security, you're going to be paid about $200,000 a year, and you're going to get $20,000 sign-on or bonus on top of that. That's if you make it. Okay, yeah. Those jobs are very dangerous. They still pay a lot, but I mean, you're risking your life every day. A lot of these other jobs, for example, if you work in a gym, like I know as a guy who was like, do you have any jobs working in the gym overseas? Going to Camp Leatherneck, he was making like 100 something a year. He's making like 45K over there right now in Afghanistan. Is that worth it? No.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's the thing. It's so saturated. Yeah. You said your degree was going to be in psychology. A lot of people have their degree in psychology, but that's why if you ever decide to go to grad school, get it in something completely different that they can use anywhere, because psychology, you're going to use it for that specific field. That's why I went from criminal justice to HR, because everybody and their mom needs an HR manager. Everybody needs an HR manager. I believe USA Jobs has really good opportunities working in government position. Are you guys familiar with it? Very familiar. Is it iUSA? Because I know usajobs.com. So I don't know if you meant to put that I. I'm very familiar with that website. I've used it multiple times and helped my veterans with it as well. Yes, psychology.
Yeah, he's more well-versed. Sarah's more well-versed in that. I am, they call it U.S. public sector. So I work for a private company, but I recruit and staff people for government positions. So they support the government. Mainly my jobs are for the Army and the Air Force, but USA Jobs are directly government positions, right, Sarah?
Yeah, yes, government positions. And there's like vajobs.gov. I think that's one as well. There's plenty of, jobs listed on there and stuff like that. But I mean, I would just shop around. I mean, 2020 is coming up, you guys. 2020 is a whole whole new year. So everything that happened in 2019,
girl, leave that behind you.
put it behind you. Who's looking forward to tax season coming up?
Not me, girl. I gotta pay. I don't get no refund. I'm over that gap. My house is so
it kills me because I see people, posting like, oh, tax season, people are about to go get their bodies in and this, and I'm just like, tax season is that type of season for me.
I ain't got a refund in, I'm gonna just be real. I ain't got a refund in like 4 years. And that means I've been at HP for four plus years. So that tells you something, right? And I got 3 kids now.
Yeah, you have to pay. Do you have to pay usually during taxes?
Every year. Every year I owe. Every year.
Me too. And it ain't no small amount.
No, it's like, I think the least year I've owed like 3,500, and I'm like, y'all, I got kids.
I wish I only.
I think the income limit is over 77K or something like that, where you don't have to pay. So anybody who makes under 77K, I think that was like the threshold they told me at H&R Block. I was so pissed off.
If you make over 77, you don't have to pay in?
No, like if you make
I was like,
if you make over 77K, that means you're gonna get some type of refund. Wait, if you make under 77K, you gonna get some type of refund back. But if you make over 77K, you most likely will have to owe, if not break even. And I ain't broken even yet.
If you guys are getting tax money, what are you guys planning to do with your money? Are you guys gonna save it? I suggest saving it.
Save it.
Save it.
Girl, when you start making that big coinage, the IRA, they not gonna play with you.
They don't. If you own your own business, like last year, my husband, no, not last year, was the year before. I don't know. We had 2 businesses, and yeah, that ain't fun either.
Oh my God. I'm so scared to file taxes this year. I'm the one that filed taxes at the last minute. I'm post-dating my
girl. No, I prepare all year. We have a CPA that deals with our stuff, but as far as like what you owe at the end of the year, you save that stuff all throughout the year so that when they hit you with that, you owe this, you're just like, here.
That's what my mama, see, you're on it. Like, I need to get like that. Like, I be stunned, about to have a heart attack every year. Like, what you say? Hold up, don't file them yet.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But you know what? It is what it is. It sucks because, I actually had one of my friends, and then we had like a conversation, and I don't like want to talk about, I know politics is simple thing, so I'm not like going to bring up politics, but if there's a but with it, let's talk about it. It's hard when the government wants, the more that you make, the government wants you to pay more money in for the people that don't make as much. And it almost feels like we're being punished because we're doing well. You know what I'm saying? It makes people, basically not want to open up businesses. And it's like,
it discourages you.
Yeah. And it's like, why do I have to pay so much money in? Because this person decided not to go to school, decided not to take risks and do well. Like, why do I have to do that?
Let me tell you something as you say that. So I know so many people who on Section 8 get food stamps. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's what helps you and you need that, that's cool. But I'm looking at my situation like, damn, I busted my ass in school. I drove 100 miles a day to DC every day for almost 2 years straight to get to HP, right? Mm-hmm. And you mean to tell me I have priced myself out of, okay, let me tell you, where I live in Virginia, the cost of living is so high. Most of even the nice places out here, they're all income qualified. So in my area, you have to make like 68K to get into a nice place, like a nice apartment complex. and you have to have like 4 kids. I'm thinking in my head, how the hell? And then, okay, and there's like 2. I live in one of the 2 that are not income qualified that are really nice. You know how much my rent is, girl. So let me tell you something. Sometimes I want to be like, damn, where my food stamp going?
Right?
But I mean, I feel happy. I feel happy that I've accomplished so much, but it makes you double think like, damn, like I worked so hard to like get where I'm at. And it feels like I have to pay twice as much.
Like, and I get it, you guys. I don't want you guys to think I'm downplaying the system as far as people getting food stamps and, you know, Section 8, because I understand that people go through things in their lives where they need that for a small period of time. And by small, I mean, that should not be your income. You should not just feel like, oh, I deserve this. I'm going to get this next month, so I don't have to apply for that job. I really feel like things need to be put in place to where there's more management, there's more eyes on individuals that have these, because I want to know that you're applying and you're putting, you know, applying for these jobs and stuff like that, because the money could be going towards other things. I just don't like people that abuse the system, and it is what it is.
But a lot of people get dependent upon it. So I have people in my family that, like, well, my extended family that have been on the system for years, and they use it as a crutch. So whatever their failures or flaws are, and if they can't get a job or something, oh well, I ain't got to pay my rent, or I know my food stamps coming. You can't have the mindset that I can depend on the system to make it. Like, man, do you understand? Like, when I left my first marriage and I had these 3 kids on me, even though I had a degree, so many people were like, you ain't gotta worry about it. Just go apply for some food stamps. Go apply for this. Go apply for that. I have never applied for food stamps.
And there would have been nothing wrong if you would have done that, if you were in that situation that you were in. But How is that the first thing? If somebody go apply for food stamps, the government, oh, no.
That should not be your first option. And I'm telling you, y'all, I was putting food on credit cards. I was like, I am not putting my kids on the system. I'm not doing that. It was something personal for me. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you need it, if that's your last resort, but you shouldn't depend on it, because that dependency makes you unmotivated.
Yeah, to not want to do anything, not to further your education or anything.
And that's how people stay on the system. Because they don't feel like they need to get off of it.
Yeah, they don't feel like they need to get off of it. But it's just, it's sad because, you know, I've seen people on food stamps, their refrigerators are compared to people.
Let me buy some food stamps. I'll give you 40 for 80.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But then you have, because of all the people abusing the system, you have people that are doing well. We got to pay hella money. We're taxed higher.
That went through my refrigerator.
It's like, if the tax, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say that we all have to pay 20%. It should be 20%. Boom. Across the board. Why should I have to be punished? It's like,
let me tell you guys something. I don't mean to complain, but they take somebody's salary out of my taxes every 2 weeks. I promise you, I'm literally paying somebody's check every 2 weeks. Over $1,000. Like, I promise you, like, it's high as hell. And I'm, like I said, I'm not going to complain because I am blessed. I'm grateful for the job that I have. And again, guys, I work from home full time. I work from home with a great corporation. I'm full-time remote. And these jobs really do exist. Don't believe the hype. People keep saying, oh, you know, and I know a lot of people, they say that they work from home and they're these pyramid schemes, or what are those, you know, those companies, the multi-level MLMs, multi-level marketing, where you make pennies on the dollar. Nah, I make 6 figures from home with a legit company. They're out there. And I'm telling you guys, the fastest way to get hired and recognized from a large company is on LinkedIn. There's every large corporation and every recruiter that works for that large corporation is on LinkedIn. I have over 400 messages and they grow every day. I get at least 2 to 3 a day. Hey, I applied for this. I just want to know if this job is still available. Don't be shy. Connect with these recruiters. They're the direct connect to that company and that corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Send them emails. Hey, I applied to this job. This is the rec number. Is this still available? Can you check for me?
Yeah.
Get you in the door.
Let me see. And the prisoners that are locked up because of doing something, they spend a lot of money on that too, you guys. Prisoners that they get free education, y'all. Like they get free education. And then somebody that hasn't been incarcerated, they're out here paying hella money in student loans.
Girl, I looked at my student loan debt. I was like, Jesus.
I can't.
I was like, I need to go join somebody's army.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad I joined the Air Force because honestly, if I wouldn't have, I don't even know if I would have went. No, I probably would have found a way to go to school because I'm motivated like that. But still, I probably would have had some student loan debt. Period.
Girl, I could buy a house. Wait, I could move into a big house if I didn't have it.
I can't. When I was in the military though, I remember I used to always get a tax refund. My student loan debt is about 40 or 60K. See?
Girl, Drea, double that from me. That's double that.
Have you thought about joining the military though, Drea, as an officer? Because they'll delete that debt for you. You'll join and they'll pay that debt off for you. You won't even have to worry about it.
I mean, I have like one more year before it's too late. Sarah, can you imagine?
Girl,
my ass will end up in the brig.
Could you imagine me in?
Sarah, but you was there and I can't imagine you now. Hell no.
I was the same way now though as I was when I was there. I was a whole cop.
I can't imagine.
Crazy. I know it's crazy. That is so I don't know if I can get in because I have bad asthma. I think it depends on the severity of it. Mm-hmm. The rules change all the time. I know the Army will take just about anybody. So
yeah, the Army will, not the Air Force. The Air Force real special.
Yeah.
I thought about it before, about 6 years ago when I first got divorced and I really couldn't find a job, and I was thinking about it, but then I was like, hell no, I'm gonna end up in jail.
You guys, honestly though, the military, it was so much fun. I have videos on my channels about it, like my experience in the military. If you guys go back to when I first started posting, but it's really not that bad. Like boot camp was like,
you still look cute.
I never stopped. Boot camp was more mentally messed up because it's I'm the only child. So I went from living at my mom's house at 18 to just being put in this environment where I'm sharing a dorm. You notice how I said dorm, right? Because that's how the Air Force, we don't call it barracks in the Air Force. We have dorms. And it was just hard to go through all of those changes without having my mom, without being able to do my normal things. And, waking up at 4:00 in the morning and then, it was crazy. It was crazy, but you don't have to run that much in the Air Force as far as your PT standards. You don't have to run 2 miles. It's only 1.5 miles. You don't have to do no pull-ups. I've never done a pull-up in my life in the military.
Dude, I could do that. I could do all of that. Let me see if the Air Force will take a chick to knock off this debt.
38 now.
Huh?
They take people until I think 38 now, because one of my
I'm 36, so I got
you're good.
Girl. Who gonna get my kids though? They can't go with their daddy. I need my child support.
They'll have to go with your mom. I was in ROTC middle school and high school. Girl, it's completely different from that. But once you graduate, I remember, you guys, that besides having my son, that was one of the best moments of my life is when I graduated basic training, because I was I did that. I was I made it.
I legit, let me tell you. So I graduated high school in Germany, guys, and on a military base, and I was going to get in the Air Force. I was literally going to leave from Germany and get in the Air Force. And literally before I left, my dad was like, I don't think you should do it.
Yeah.
Right. But I promise you, I have one of my cousins there in the Air Force right now, stationed in Florida. I love her to death.
Where in Florida?
Fort Walton.
That's where my first duty station was.
Really? She
Yeah.
just moved there. My cousin. I love you so much, Cassidy. I'm so proud of you, girl. But I feel like I would not have this drama in my life right now if my dad would have just been like, girl, go. High five, let's do it.
You could have other drama in your life, though.
I could.
You got
But it wouldn't be this.
past, and this is to everybody on here. You cannot take what ifs. I would, because your path that you're on now was what you were supposed to do. You weren't supposed to take any, left or right turn. Where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. And if you have a bad past, you can still change that shit right now. Right
Okay,
now.
well, let's talk about something. Working from home. Okay, let me tell you something, guys. If you work from home, you're still working. This is what people fail to believe.
It's work.
It's work. I work longer hours working from home than I would going into an office every day. Let's just discuss this a little bit. So I get up, take my kids to school. Sometimes I work out, not lately, but sometimes I work out in the morning before I get on my first call. My first call, Army. Boom. I'm on the call. We debating about stuff for about an hour. Then I gotta do my job, contact candidates, find candidates, source, screen candidates, submit candidates, do security clearance verifications. I gotta set up interviews. I gotta do offers. I gotta contact my assistant. Like, y'all, let me tell you. But people be calling me all damn day like I'm not working. Girl, let's go to the store real quick. How? I have a update call Air Force in like 30 minutes. Like,
but there's also pros to it because you can eat at home. Like, you don't have to pack a lunch. You can just make a little something.
That's why I gained 30 pounds in the last 2 years. So go ahead.
If your kids are sick, you're already home.
But let me tell you something. That's the reason why I do work from home, guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm here for my children. I'm technically a single mother, and I get to take my kids to school every day. I get to pick them up from the bus every day, and I am here. So say, for instance, I can text my boss, hey, I have to go to the school, pick up my daughter. It is what it is. I have gotten offers. I'll tell you, I name drop. I got an offer from GDIT for over 100K. Over 100K, over 120K a year. And I turned it down. You know what? They wanted me to come in the office 1 day a week. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I got an offer from Amazon Web Services.
I remember that one.
Didn't I tell you a couple months ago? I turned it down, and they were offering me almost $40,000 more than what I'm making now. Mm-hmm. And I turned them down because working from home for me right now for my children is more important than any amount of money that a company can offer me. And I think Amazon only wanted me to come into the DC office or the Arlington office 3 days a week.
So that shows it's not always all about the money.
It's not.
Convenience is also super important.
Because even though I don't make as much as they offered me, I make good enough to support myself and my children with no worries, right? All my bills are paid, my rent, my car. I could go out, shop, buy whatever I want. But the fact I worked hard to work from home, but when you're home, you got to be a mom and you got to make sure that sacrifice is worth it.
Yeah, especially if you have young ones. I couldn't work from home with Ollie home every day. Because it would I can barely get anything done but if I needed to, trust and believe, I would.
Right.
I would make it happen because I just have that mindset to where it's like, I just get it done. I mean,
let me tell you, for the past 2 years, I've been daycare free, which saves me. And daycare in DC ain't no punk. I was paying $1,400 a month for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
for 3 years, y'all.
Yep.
3 years. I had 2 children in school paying $1,400 a month in daycare fees.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in my car note. That's not my rent.
Yeah. I can't. I'm like, it's just too much. It's too much. I can't. What do you consider your channel to be now, though? That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what are you moving forward? Like, what do you want your channel to be? Because mine's just whatever the hell it is. I don't have like a specific, it's a lifestyle channel.
Right.
It's what it is. But here's my thing, though. So when you watch some YouTubers out there, right? Because, you know, there's reactors, right? But when you watch the people that they are reacting on, I don't need a name drop. But do you feel like, I feel like I would have a lot to say on my channel, but I would never do that. There's nothing
Right.
for people that do. I'm not judging them, like, because that's their channel. It's just like reporting the news. And I agree, it is reporting the news. But I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it, but I like that they do it because a lot of them make hella sense. You know what I'm saying? They do. They make good sense, but
they be reading them channels though. Like, I watch some reactors and a lot of them be making sense. It's just that these people's fans, like these big channels that they're reacting on, they go back like, girl, how you got the nerve to say this? But they're giving their opinion for real, you know? Like, they're giving their opinion. So I would say, let me tell you where my channel is going. I don't really know, okay? I don't know where my channel. Sarah, okay, so Sarah is 100% my girl. Like, we talk about everything.
We talk like almost every day.
Literally, almost every day. That is my dog for real. Yeah. I could tell you, I want my channel to be positive. It's not the same as it used to be, guys. Like, I'm not going Ray Dunn hunting like I used to because I just don't. Like, I've been really caught up with work a lot. I've had a lot of different programs that I've been leading and supporting. So I don't have a whole lot of free time during the day. Mm-hmm. But I don't want my channel. I can tell you what I don't want.
You don't want drama.
I don't want drama. Like, this drama between me and my husband, I don't want that to be the focus of my channel because that's not the focus of my channel. I want to be more creative. Like, I did a lot of DIYs before I moved. I want to keep doing those. I want to just be happy, like happy content, like me taking my children places to do stuff, or me looking for a new home, you know, something positive.
You know what I think would be super fun is, because I won't talk about YouTube drama like that, and I won't talk about anything that happens in my life. I feel like if the only time I will talk about it is if somebody asks me. Like, if that person that is making those videos asks me personally, hey, what do you think? Then I'm not going to say nothing. But if somebody messaged me and was like, hey, I'm going through this with my husband, what would you do? And they wanted me to make a video of what I would do, because I feel like you and myself, we've had so many life experiences for our age, like so many life experiences. You guys don't even know the half of it. But I feel like I would answer those questions for you guys, what I would do if I were put in that situation. And it can be professional questions. It can be life questions, anything like that. It wasn't me. It was my boyfriend. He tried out for the Marines when he was 18, and he was disqualified because he had fever seizures as a kid. I don't know about that. All the rules change all the time.
They do.
What really happens, you just can't really join. But I mean, he could go try another branch, the Army.
You don't want to be in the Marines anyway. They crazy as hell. I know. I've dated a couple.
I love every branch in the military, but I do talk shit because I'm allowed to do that, because all the branch we always talk shit about each other, like, you know, all the different branches and stuff.
I ain't never been in like any branch, but people think that I was, maybe because I'm so closely related to them. I recruit them. I was married to them. I
Yeah.
dated them. I had babies by them.
Your verbiage and stuff. I know he better not be down here chewing on my freaking boots.
Oh, your puppy?
Girl, my newborn baby. He's like
Aw.
newborn. Does anybody else want to come in this chat right now? Because I'll make the link available. You guys can ask us questions, like literally anything. This is the time right now. If you guys want to ask some personal questions, y'all need to do it now.
And we'll go live again, guys, because again, both of us are professional human resources consultants, as you will.
And I'm a domesticated goddess.
Me too.
Crazy.
She more than me.
Girl, I'm a whole.
I sure push me a basket of clothes that I'm supposed to fold over and keep it moving.
Girl, I got so much laundry I gotta do too.
Girl,
I'm looking at it right
I'm looking at like one basket right now. Like this basket is saying, "Girl, you so trifling. You were supposed to fold this like yesterday."
Yep, I had plans. I was about to fold an extreme laundry motivation and talk about what happened to my back because I had like 3 people ask me to tell my about the ribs that I made tonight. Ask me to do a story time about how I hurt my back. So I was gonna like make a small story time because it's not a long ass story, and then do like a laundry motivational video.
Aww.
So I'm gonna.
Let me tell you guys how good of a friend Sarah is. So anytime that I'm having a bad day, I'll call her and she'll just make me laugh. Like I could be boo-hooing on the phone to her and I just bust out. It's really crazy.
Listen, you guys won't understand this, but like she could be going through something and I'm just like, did you get your machine back? You guys I just want to know.
It's like
it has been secured.
Right. Like this girl is a whole nut. Like I'm coming to visit you soon.
You need
you guys tell you guys I really love she is such a genuine person. The person that you see on this camera is the person that she is. She is a ride or die for real. I just appreciate her.
But I
appreciate you.
Where we go?
Yes.
Yes, you guys. I don't know. I just believe, and like I said, I haven't been the person that I am now for like my whole life. I went through growth. I went through, learning about myself. I feel like I really came into like knowing who I am as a person at like the age of 26. I would say that's when I was like, ooh. And then at that time, I started seeing my life just get better and better, So I don't know what happened to Jen, but her thing just came out. But does somebody else want to come up in here? Come up in here. Let me see. Here's the link. Go up to the top. Look at Jen's ass.
I was trying
you can have
something about login and my format. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. I disappeared. on that ass.
You guys, just some questions. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. This puppy.
Oh, don't be mean.
I want to see him. Hold on, I'm about to get him. I'm 23 and still figuring out.
Girl, you 23, you young, you can figure it out. Okay, you have time. Time is on your side. Oh, look at the puppy. He's so cute.
Yeah, and you know what? You're gonna still be figuring it out. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna don't start that shit. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make wrong moves. You're gonna make. I hope you don't. It is when you're younger. You make those. That's
the corridor
decisions. Is during.
You want to see my puppy?
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
He's badass.
He's a dog.
He's a cute.
Tired of him, Mom.
He's so cute.
What are you doing?
He's
oh my
bad.
God, it's another puppy.
Yeah, she has a puppy.
Oh,
His name is Charlie.
hi, Charlie.
That's my kid. Stop.
Yeah, Drake. Now
This is Joey.
Joey.
What is yours? A golden doodle?
Golden Doodle, and that's a Shih Tzu, huh?
He's a Shishan. He's
a Shih Tzu
Bichon free mix.
Mm-hmm. You should be making like right.
He's doing it after. Okay, y'all can go.
Good boy.
Take them with you.
Now you can recover from it. Come here, baby. Any type of if you can get a 401k right now, get it. And start everything when you're young, and make financial when you're young.
Yeah, 401ks are so important. Okay, gone now. My little animals, gone. Bye. Yeah, so let me tell you something about 401ks. They are so important, y'all. 401ks will save your life.
Yeah, literally.
I have a 401k. I'm not gonna lie. So my first year, or not my first year, a couple years ago, when I had first started with HP and I had first got married, I cashed in my 401k, which was very stupid. I got like $7,000. I took a lot of penalties for that, but then I built my 401k back up, and you don't have to cash out your 401k. Just having a 401k is an asset in itself, and maintaining that 401k is important. A lot of companies, a lot of good companies like my company, they match up to 6%. I think that's the highest they can match for mine. So in 2 years of my 401k, I have like $14,000 in there. And I literally just invested as much as my company was going to invest in me, and it built so quickly. And I'll tell you, if you're going through a hard time, do not cash out your 401k. Get a loan against it. The loan is better than cashing it out. If you have to get a loan against it, get a loan against it versus cashing it out. At least you can build upon that versus cashing that out, because it's not there no more if you cash it out.
Yeah. So, I had to did I have to cash mine out in the military? When I got out of the military, I had to cash mine out because there was nowhere to put it. They can't just hold it for, I think it's called a TSA or something like that. So I cashed that out. And then when I was working for this other company, I would either, once I stopped working there because I was about to have my baby, I think I flipped it into an investment. So I took that and I put it in, and I didn't get any penalties for that.
Right. You can roll it over into like an IRA or portfolio or something like that.
So, and I still have that open. And then my husband and I, we also invest in stocks as well. And also when you're young, you guys, don't think that you guys need to get like flashy cars and all that kind of stuff. Let's like
that stuff don't matter. I'm telling you, you could ride in them Range Rovers later now.
Yeah. Wait until you're older, like, and I know I have a Range Rover, and I'm not saying like
I wasn't saying that to be funny, because
no, I know that you're being funny, but I'm saying some people, you guys, don't get it twisted. Some people anybody can get a Range Rover. I don't want
anybody, but can you afford it? Like for real, can you afford the maintenance? Yes. Can you afford all that stuff?
Can you afford it? People can be like not doing well financially and still get it. So don't let that stuff impress you. You know what I'm saying? I've had people, whoa, you have a Range Rover? To me, and it's weird when people say that. To me, it makes me feel like it's just it's a car. It's a nice car, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's nice. It doesn't mean anything.
I mean, it's an accomplishment if you can get it and you can afford it. Sarah's in a situation where she can afford that. Like, that's hers. I was proud of my baby. Okay? I was screaming like when she told me, because I knew before y'all, okay? I knew. But I was so happy for her. In my situation, like, I want to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sarah's inspiration to me. I don't like it when there's a lot of women out there that be happy for other women, but not really. They be kind of stank on the side.
A little bit.
I'd be so happy for her, because when you're happy for someone genuinely, that's gonna happen for you too. It's just not your time yet.
It's karma.
You know? And I truly believe that.
You
know, karma. Right. Throughout the hardships that I'm going through right now, anytime there's something that good that happened for me, my friend is like, yes, bitch, you know, we're happy for each other. And that's what type of friends y'all need. If y'all have friends out there that don't congratulate you, you might need to be side-eyeing them like, what's up? Because true friends are happy for friends that are doing good for each other.
Let me see. Drea said, nope, I have a 2000 Honda Accord. So
Keep that, girl. Don't have no car note.
I had the same car from high school, from when I got my license until I was 26 years old. I had the same car. And then when I had my baby, we purchased a Toyota RAV4 brand new, right? Because I wanted a higher car because of the car seat and stuff, because I'm tall. And then I was able to get my dream car. So don't think people are flossing around, especially like when they're younger. Don't think like they're like no. And people with like luxury bags and stuff, don't let that mean to you that they're doing very well. That's not, because anybody can get any of that stuff. It's crazy. And it's like a lot of people will upgrade their car and get a brand new, for example, like let's say Range Rover, before they have a house. I think a house is way more important than any bag, than any car, anything like that. Girl, and it'll continue to be good to you until it's time to get a new one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute. My dad called me. But yeah, these Louis Vuittons, they not investments, okay? These expensive ass cars. I could show you a $70,000 truck outside right now that I wish I could turn the in, okay?
They all depreciate in value. That's all it is. And
they all what's important is not these cars and these bags, it's your education, having a real investment. A house is an investment.
Yeah, that's
if I could turn in my car and my bags and all this stuff that I did not need to get a true investment, I would do it in a heartbeat. You know, Drea, you are young. Take notes. Take heed of what we are saying, because what you see on these social media outlets, it's not real. These people be sleeping on whole pieces of bread slices on the floor.
I've seen that me. What's his name? I remember this guy on Instagram. He used to talk about air mattresses. He's like, I bet your whole room smells like shit in the morning when you deflate that bitch, the air mattress, from blowing it up with your mouth. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, you guys, invest in stocks. Hire somebody instead of taking that money to buy something like a bag or something. Invest it in, utilize a CPA or something like that to point you in the right direction of what you should do with your money. I mean, that's what I would do. And then once you're in a comfortable position, then go buy that Range Rover, then go buy those bags. Like, do that. You know what I'm saying?
When you got it like that, but don't do it before you got it like that. I know it's hard. You be wanting it, you want to floss too, but just know behind that flossing, a lot of people is living real foul, and you don't want to live like that.
It's just like marriages. People, just because somebody's married doesn't mean that they're happy. They could be living behind. You know, it looks happy, but it's not.
Let's speak on that.
Let's speak on it.
Shall we? Okay, so guys, when I got divorced, my first divorce, I was married for almost 10 years. I could tell y'all a little bit about that. I was married for almost 10 years. I had 2 children by this guy. He was in the military, and I was really heartbroken because I had put my all into this situation. I'm like, yes, this is my husband. I'm married. And I ended up getting divorced because this man kept cheating on me. I was like, what the F, you know? And then all of a sudden, I'm divorced, right? I'm divorced. Hold on, my kids is in here being nosy. Actually, my kids are in here skating in my room. I promise you.
I had to chime in part of it. Build your credit and get your house, invest, and have a retirement. Don't worry about a car, a bag, shoes until you can truly afford it. Yes, Nicole. I hope I'm saying your name right. Exactly. Wait until you
get engaged, Drea. Do it. But don't get married and having kids, popping out kids and do all that stuff. That's when the stuff get effed up. So, okay. So when I got divorced, my credit was still good, right? I was like, I'm gonna come into DC. I'm gonna make it happen. I dated kind of, but I was divorced for like almost 5 years before I met my current husband, y'all. Let me tell you something. That put me back like 5-6 more years than I already was. A marriage and having a man is not the key to success. That is not the image of a family. Your family is what you make of it. If it's just you and your kids right now, that's what your family is, and you got to be happy with it. If it is your husband and your children and you, and it's good for you and it's healthy and happy for you, that's good for you. But don't think an image of a man and a full family, husband and wife and children, is what it is. The image of a family is what you make of it. Because what you don't want to do is marry somebody thinking that they're your husband and be about to be killed behind closed doors because you're trying to portray an image of a family that is not real.
A happy family. And don't put up with the cheating stuff.
No,
Don't do that just to basically not have to go through with the divorce. I've been divorced before. Don't stay somewhere just because you're afraid of having to explain that to anybody. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody.
nobody.
I mean,
I speak on my current situation because I feel like it will help women out there get out of abusive situations. Because again, you cannot put an image on what a abusive situation is. Because look at me. I have a career. I have a whole career. I make good money. I'm stable. It's not women that don't have nothing. It's women that got stuff. It's men that have stuff.
It can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anyone. So
yeah, don't ever, because I know people that celebrate their marriages, you guys, and they've been married for 25 plus years, or in even 5 years. It doesn't matter. But how many times has he cheated on you? How many times?
Right.
And I know that they have. It's nothing to be celebrated for putting up with that kind of stuff.
Don't put up with less than what you deserve. If you feel like you deserve to be cheated on, you go ahead and put up with that. I know I'm not gonna deal with that. You're not gonna cheat on me. You're not gonna act crazy on me. You're not gonna put your hands on me. You're not gonna do none of that. Okay? Because I know I deserve better.
Yeah, every woman deserves better, and no man deserves to be hit as well, because it goes like nobody. Yeah, I feel like men, it's a lot harder for men with that kind of stuff to, like when women are abusive, because it does happen, you guys. It kind of sucks for them on that side,
It does. Because let me tell you, when I was going, I think I said this briefly on a live before. When I was going for my protective order, a couple months ago, it was a man, and his wife was in the military, and she was putting her hands on him. He was trying to get a protective order against her. So it's not. I understand the stereotype is the woman, but it is not always the woman. It's
not. And you know what else is crazy? Because I watched Love After Lockup. I don't know if you guys watched that.
I like that show.
Yeah, one of the girls on that show literally slapped the shit out of this dude, right? Slapped the shit out of his ass. And production didn't shut down. There was no, domestic violence number at the end. If you were there was nothing like that. They kept filming and allowed it to happen. Had a man did that too, it would have been production would have been shut down.
Like, look at Teen Mom too. Look at Amber Portwood and how she be beating up all the men that she be with.
Ridiculous.
And she still got a job. Everything's still going. The girl was just convicted for the second time of domestic violence, and she still got a whole job making what they make, like $200,000 a year on that show. Yeah, like that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Men, like it's men go through it too. Yeah, and it sucks for us in some ways too, and it sucks for men and all that kind of stuff. It's just, it's crazy.
But I don't want the live to go in a different direction. We can get serious and we can get silly at the same time. I just, I wanted to join this live because my girl Sarah, she is a really positive person. And I'm telling you guys, even if you're a positive person, okay, that's cool, but surround yourself with positive people because they're going to bring you out of the darkness. They will. I could call Sarah tonight. I can call Sarah at 4:00 in the morning and she'll be right there for me. Positive, girl, you're going to get through this. It's going to work itself out. I can see the other side. Stay positive. You need people that's going to keep you on that right positive path, because if you got everybody around you that's trying to hype you up for the drama, the woe is me's, he ain't ish, you need to get on live and tell them what it is. My friend Sarah, she has talked me out of doing some real ignorant.
Yeah, because people want to do things when they're mad in their
Think
mindset.
about it.
You got to think about it.
Sometimes you need an idea to bounce off to somebody who really cares about you, and it's not
Mhm.
always your mama, your daddy.
Mhm.
They're not gonna have like the insight that your friend would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah, my circle is so small because I only want people that are there to support me. Exactly. If they don't support you, let them go. If they're bringing drama, complaining all the time,
because not everybody is there to support you. You will see and you will know the people that is your support system.
mm-hmm. If I want drama, I just come and watch YouTube. There's plenty of people on there that give me my drama for the day that I need, you know, because it's.
And don't get me wrong, because Sarah's my best friend. Like, I talk to her about drama, but it's between me and her, and we leave it at that. We're not putting it on our platform and promoting that drama.
Yeah. It'll never go anywhere. Like, I'd never put it.
Yeah.
Anything she tells me literally stays. It would never go. Nobody could pay me to get it out. Nothing.
Right. And that's just, those are the type of friends you need.
I'm loyal.
Like, I trust her 100% with knowing this stuff because I know she's a real one.
Yeah. But you know what? We met each other on YouTube.
We did.
We met each other on YouTube, and I've met a few of my friends on YouTube, and we ended up being friends like in real life. That's like how I meet people because my ass don't ever leave the house. So I just want to be home all the time.
Right.
But, yeah, I think it's my husband down. Yeah, you guys, my husband's back down, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, okay?
Okay.
But it was so much fun. We need to do this again soon. We can like come up with a topic every week, and we can do this for sure.
Y'all want to see us again, you know?
Yes, girl, Nikki. I love Nikki. Like, that's
yes, I've been catching up on her vlogs. I think she's a real cool.
She is. And she is exactly how she is on film too. It's the same. Like she's awesome and she's loyal too. I tell Jen all the time that she would love Nikki and vice versa. Like y'all would be like really good friends too. So I'm
gonna meet her one day. Yes,
you will for sure. She's awesome. But thanks for joining the live stream, you guys. And Drea, we will do this again. Okay, we'll do it next week. Let's do it next week.
I'm cool.
Sounds good. All right, you guys. We'll have a great week, work week, school week, whatever it is, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.